not really not worth it. We've watched it twice now.
Season 2 are a bit scuzz, but I can probably get away with watching them.
Yeah.
Put it down a little bit.
Season 4, 5, and 6 I've seen so many times, but I can definitely watch season 4. 5 and 6 I've seen too much.
Yeah.
7 I've seen a lot.
I can't really watch 5 because it just makes me sad because the whole Jinx thing. Even now.
Oh,
sorry.
She's gonna win, which is the main joy of it, but it's horrible because Roxy's a fucking bitch.
Is that too low down now? That's too low down now, isn't it? Yeah, we've been on about 2 minutes. That's too low down, isn't it?
Oh fuck, has this been on the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh god. There's 2 people here.
Honestly, riveting conversation.
What do you want?
Ahoy.
It's Drag Race stuff.
Can we stay on?
Bonjour.
Giving a rundown of the best seasons of Drag Race.
You really were.
Love Drag Race.
That quality content.
Oh my god, stay. It's not staying on.
That's Drag Race.
Stay with
There you go.
That's alright, isn't it?
That's beautiful.
There you go. Okay.
Oh, we got one again. Oh, great.
I mean, fair. One fair.
Oh,
or is that too low down? That's too low down and not centered now. Or is that okay?
Yeah, no one's even watching now.
What should we do? That's fine. We cut out. What should we do? Should we leave it like this and make it go up a bit more, or a bit more to the left?
I think that's fine.
Yes, right.
No,
It's
no,
good
I'm
to
not
go
happy
on.
with
I mean,
that.
no one's here anyway. Oh, Horatio's here.
Hey.
There we go. Hey.
Hola.
Hola.
There you go. Is that better?
That's
No?
better. Yeah.
Much better.
That is much better.
So there we go. Do you mind my knee being
No, I'm into it. I'm getting fully penetrated. I don't mind.
right in the side button?
Right, that's one of my best butters.
It is
like-
actually
It is
better
better
than
than
upper.
Okay, should
We
we
have
start?
washed our hands.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't
Good
miss that.
boys.
Yeah.
We sanitize. Good.
Okay, should we start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yo, yo, yo. It's your riddled boy.
yet.
Riddled with love.
Oh.
Aw. And there ain't no alcohol rub that can knock
Don't.
that
I'm
out.
quite emotional at the moment. Oh.
Dad, a riddle with
So
so
I'm
much
not
love.
supposed to touch you. Oh god.
Oh, no. Who's this? In my flat, get out my
I've
flat.
got, who's this guy? I've got one less problem without you, and I'm still floppy.
Hey.
And what amazing thing are you going to say?
Oh,
I'm so
I can't think of
excited.
anything.
Oh.
Oh, I'm trying to think of a
I'm so
coronavirus
excited.
pun.
And we've got Iggy Iggs, aka Dan.
Dan of
Clicky
Clegs.
clags.
Dan of Clegs.
Dan of Cleves.
I'm still using
That's not what I was going for.
Anne of Cleves had coronavirus. That's what
Hans
Cleves-
Holbein painted a picture of you that was making more flattering.
Yes. These are all true.
That's impossible.
I know.
Thanks.
It's okay.
Oh, I feel pretty.
Right, should we start with this thing we're doing?
Fucking hell. I mean, I've seen this episode 2.5 times now.
You have
In
indeed.
the last 2 days.
You have
It
indeed.
wasn't even like wasn't classic Drag Race, I'm just saying.
No, although I do like they mixed up the challenge jokes. We haven't seen a challenge like that before. I think it was quite a good idea for a challenge. Like whether it was actually any good, we'll discuss. But I think at least it was like a fresh idea.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think as well, if you've got like 13 queens, you need to do something that allows them all a chance to do something. And like to have a moment to shine.
I don't know. This is one of the things I want to talk about though, because I feel like it is okay. First, so many things to talk about. So first of all, was it scripted? Was it improv? So, yeah, it was an improv challenge, but it seemed fully scripted. And if that's the case, and I feel like some of the roles were objectively worse than other roles.
Yes.
So, for example, like Gigi, like if her role told her to be dead, then she had far less time than like
she
the
did a
other two.
fucking good job.
That's the thing, because you could play dead much worse than she did.
Yeah, I agree, but still, like it's not.
Why would she pick that role? Like, oh,
That's
I'm
what
going
I
to be
mean.
a corpse and I'm not going to say anything for like until right at the end.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. So, do we think it's fully improv? That was a choice she made? Or?
It can't be because they were like when they were talking about the fruity patooties, which is like probably one of the worst ones. Like they were like, "Oh, I'm going to be this character. I'm going to be this character." So they were characters. There was clearly like an
That's what I mean.
outline.
So one of them would have been dead.
Like, why not just say, right? This is the task is to do something really shit, and there's 3 of you. Just come up with a concept. Like they're drag queens. They're supposed to have like
Yeah, I agree completely.
imaginations.
We saw what happened though with like Nina and Tina.
Oh,
Season
yeah,
9, when they were allowed
Yeah,
to do their
yeah,
own
It's
thing.
Nina and Tina.
Valentina and Nina
and
Brown.
Nina, yeah.
Do you remember?
They did Nina and Tina.
Prostitutes.
They were in jail and they had to like
Oh, yeah.
enter a drag competition.
Yeah. No, it's terrible. But it was
Yeah.
still made good TV.
Right, and that's the thing because then Sasha and Shay did their one and fucking killed it.
Yeah.
And like it's way more enjoyable because you genuinely made that and you made it hilarious.
Yeah, like,
And when it's bad, it's good.
like Club 96. Ridiculous. But like fucking
That was
iconic.
so good.
And
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
all
yeah.
improv.
Yeah.
When I rewatched that episode recently, I'm like, they weren't nearly as bad as they made out. the judges made answer.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
And I'm
I
like,
agree.
they're all new queens. There's loads of them. They could have easily have been like, bang out a fun little sketch,
Yeah.
make it shit.
Yeah.
But they just seem to like want to control the narrative a bit more. And it's
Always.
frustrating.
Yeah, and because it
I
also
agree.
gives them the chance to have that, like, we were talking about this a bit during the stream, like that mock drama of like, oh, I wanted to be this character, but I wasn't, I should have been Black China, like,
You should have been Black
I
China.
should have been.
Yeah, because ultimately, why would Rockham want to be the bad apple if it's not scripted? Because there would be no script. You just look at the outline
Exactly,
and be like,
yeah.
oh, well, I'll make that funny because it's an improv channel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm
But
gonna have to
then
do
Rockham
these
said
things.
like her thing was trying to get in as many fruit puns as possible. So I don't know. I mean, obviously there was like some of their own writing or improv. Again, but if they're preparing for the challenge, then they're writing stuff down. So again, that's not improv. So there's like 3 levels. There's like scripted stuff, which there definitely was.
Yeah.
There was stuff they wrote themselves, and then potential improv during the actual challenge, which I
Right.
don't think there was any of.
Mm.
So was it an improv challenge? That's a real question.
Yeah,
because
I'd
even
say
the
it's no.
best sketch, which is Sherry Pie's sketch, like those 3,
They had
it
to
wasn't
written all that
improv
down.
because
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
mostly scripted because
Yeah.
they knew exactly what they were going to go in and do.
Yeah.
They literally improved the little limerick
Yeah.
that they
Well,
had to
that-
come up with on the spot.
Even that, I
But
mean,
even then, I'm not sure.
because
I
that's the
think
because
they
they
would've-
made a pattern, right? But then actually, what Charo said seemed to fit really neatly into their pattern. Apart from they did a weird thing towards the end, but like for the most part, she was like, there was she gave them a line. They said, give us a word, and she gave like, there was a man from Mississippi.
But I think this is what it was then. So they basically gave them all a script. They used it. They said it was an improv challenge, and in each one, every one of them got a moment of improv.
I think that was
One question each that they had to then kind of do it.
Yeah, I mean, Horatio's saying
basically,
it's improv to a point because Ross and Charo were
Right,
firing curveballs.
yeah.
But I agree. But at the same time, I'm not
It's
even
not
totally
improv.
sure. Yeah, but also I'm not even totally sure they weren't told beforehand the sort of things the judges like. A lot of it was scripted.
Yeah.
So when Ross came up, like for example, like with the 3 women, the old women, for example, and then the other one ended up dying, and he said you can take the ticket over. I don't think any of that was improv. I think that was
No.
part of the script of what was meant to happen. But it seemed like it was improv. It's meant to seem like it was improvised or whatever. So I don't know. I would say even that, I don't know how much of that was pre-planned.
That's what made me a bit weirdly uncomfortable with it, because I was a bit like, it feels really like produced in parts, and then like the parts where they're meant to be shining as queens, it was a bit like, yeah.
Jersey Justice was so much better.
Yeah, that's a really good point from Horatio. That, like, yeah, it was a lot.
But that was what I would say. Jersey Justice was far more improv.
Oh, and way more interesting. Yeah.
What's the dog's name?
Oh,
Naomi's dog?
Oh,
was it something
Panini.
really gross?
Panini. I think it was
Panini. Oh,
Panini.
no,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's it. It's like
her name's Panini.
yeah. Yeah, that's so much better again because they were given more free reign. I agree. Like they're chosen for a reason. Maybe their creativity. Their creativity definitely plays a part in that.
Yeah.
So like, let
They
them
were
be able
given a
to use
script
it.
in Jersey Justice as well, like a loose outline, but
But so much of that was improvised and like rejigs.
yeah, it's almost like they couldn't, because that was All Stars, whereas this was like
Yeah.
Queens, where they just didn't trust them.
Mm.
But I'm like, it made me not really see anyone's personality, bar no one really came out as being.
I agree.
They were just playing characters.
Yeah, I agree.
And there were people who I thought did well within those strictures. Like I think Jan did a really good job of like adding a bit more life to that character. But and I think I think that was the thing. I think Jan did what was needed in that role, and nobody else really rose to it in that team. Like Jada kind of did, and it was kind of fun to see Jada be a bit funny as well, because she has been quite serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jada was like a
mess, isn't it,
standout.
that
Like,
episode?
You think so, really?
Yeah, because Jada's makeup looked really good, and she was quite funny. Like in the context of that task, where that was terrible. I mean, that
I know. I was watching. I was thinking. I feel like we think we should backtrack in a second. But I was because I haven't done the beginning of the episode yet. But I was thinking, watching her, like, why did Rockham want that role so bad? Like, it wasn't particularly good.
I think
it
Rockham would have made it more fun. She'd have made it like really over the top.
Yeah,
because Jada came in, said some things, and then was kind of not there.
That's what I mean. I don't think the role was like that great. I don't think Jada was that great. Yeah.
And she had some great lines. They were so stupid, but like
I agree. Sorry, we're a bit all over the place. Should we go back to the beginning of the episode?
Yeah.
So we're going into
summary.
champs probably in a minute. Exactly. So it started off with them ranking their competition, the other teams. What do we feel about their rankings in that whole saga?
It's kind of right. I mean, like, I love how Aiden was like, "I'm unbothered." And you're like, "Well, you clearly are."
I know, 10 times, yeah.
Yeah, but also, I mean, like, it's weird because even if you just watch all the other queens, like when they're like, right, go, like Aiden is like the most kind of like, fuck, what do I do now? Where do I?
yeah.
Where did I put my wallet? Like, just, you know.
Yeah.
And the other queen's like, right, go. Like Jan especially is like so clear, focused. Like
we spoke about this yesterday when we watched it at my place. Like, sorry, we watched it off the screen. Like, I just don't like the way the queens are treating Aiden. I just think there's no like helping hand. If you think about how Bianca was to like
Trinity
and to Adore, like
Mm.
there was this nurturing thing of I'm older, I kind of know it, and they're all just being dicks. They've been being dicks to him since the beginning. And it just seems
But
quite
you know
nasty
what?
and
I suppose
quite-
at the same time, like you look at like Adore, or who's that one?
Trinity.
Like both. We also got Trinity at the beginning, but Adore's attitude, she was like very cute and like she's saying she was a bit shit and like she's got no good clothes and like she was like quite sweet and endearing. Whereas Aiden did kind of come in at the beginning and was a bit like he does seem a bit up himself.
I don't know. I just feel like give him a little bit of a leg up.
I agree.
He's
I think
young and he's inexperienced and hasn't really done that much.
Sorry,
before.
I misphrased that. I think he comes across as he's a bit up himself.
Yeah.
Like, I think he is like sweet, and I think I would help it. But also, I get why. Like,
But it's like they were doing this to him straight away. Like, and it's
then
that
he
episode-
came in there, but he came in and he was like initially. Like, I think the first thing he said when we went over to the Queens, like, the first chat I had, he was quite like,
I'm an actress.
yeah.
And then, like,
And he's like, he kind of acts like, and again, it's been a big controversial drama. Like, I don't know if you heard, but like he said, like he's basically like saying he made it sound like it's too good for the Atlanta scene kind of thing.
right.
Like Atlanta scene's like doesn't accept it.
The Atlanta scene sounds really messy. Like literally every queen who's been on the Atlanta scene is just like, yeah, it's fucking trash. Like all of them are such like dramatic bitches. I'm the only sane one, and it's like literally all of them. Like Nicole Page Brooks, like Nina Bonina. There was someone else, Aiden.
Right. It must be like a harsh scene.
Yeah, wasn't and
I think
Bitch,
Georgia. I
Bitch
mean,
put
it's not exactly the most like progressive area of the US anyway.
Yeah, but Aiden said that when loads of queens from the area came out and said you're wrong, kind of thing. You should haven't like put yourself out there. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Two sides.
Yeah, and I think Aiden. I do think like so. For example, in that first episode when Aiden was like, "I'm an actress," and Sherry was like, "Yeah, so what's your training?" I mean, it was a bit unfair, but at the same time, Aiden has kind of walked around being like, "I'm such a talented spooky queen," or "I'm such an actress."
Yeah. That's what
you're
I'm
an actress.
saying.
Improv challenge. You're kind of
And then the bit where Britta was like, "We carried you in with that.
Yeah, that was shitty.
We're actors from New York, and we know what we're doing." I'm like, "Why are you doing this?" It just feels quite nasty. And
I agree with
Britta
that.
really
I agree
overhyped
with
at the
that.
moment now. Like now I've seen on the.
It's really made me just be like, I can't give a shit about Britta.
Yeah.
I'm not even watching her anymore. I don't even remember what her outfit was tonight.
I do, unfortunately.
Yeah, it wasn't a great
It
look.
wasn't great. Okay, so in the workroom after the ranking bit, did anyone notice Sherry's shirt?
No.
It said yes fats, yes femmes on it.
Oh.
Which I feel like explains the
So progressive.
explains the forcing of steroids onto your sexual victims, though, doesn't it? She obviously doesn't care about body type or masculinity. It's like literally the complete opposite.
I bet
of,
that's
like,
why she wore that
fucking-
t-shirt.
That's what I'm saying. Like throwing off the scent. Like,
Definitely.
yeah, it's like you think I've done the scandal, but have you not seen this shirt?
I'm convinced now.
Exactly. That's it.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Alison. Come on, everyone. Okay. So kind of just talked about it, but Sakura, I was quite impressed. Sakura, like initially, she said she wanted the apple thing, but then said it's okay if Jada had it. But then I was quite impressed that she brought it up later on. She's like, "Look, actually, I would really like to be the bad apple." I kind of respect that. Again, no one really does that in Drag Race. Normally they just bitch about it on camera, in the confessionals, and then on stage they bitch about it as well. But she actually did speak up for herself and said like she pushed it as much as she kind of could without being unreasonable.
Yeah.
I was quite impressed with that.
Yeah. And I think she was really quite polite about it, and it was still very much in Jada's hands. I love that it was just like, oh, but it's up to you, Jada. And Jada's like, so I'm going to be the apple.
This is what I mean.
Fair.
Like, I do think I consider Meet the Queen as well. I do think Jada's talented, but I just don't think I think she's been really unlikable so far. I just don't get why everyone's so obsessed with her.
It's an interesting Drag Race trope as well, where often when someone's like, I really, really need this role, what often happens is like someone will swap with them and then end up winning with the role that they rejected.
True.
It's happened a few times. I think Shay and Nina, there was a thing with that, and like, there's definitely been another one.
Yeah, you're right. But
But
where are you going with this?
that like, essentially that like it wouldn't necessarily have been like the worst thing. Like I think Jada could have like swapped. Actually,
Excel wasn't that great anyway.
excelled
so,
at the orange, and then like, hey, look, I can do anything.
Yeah, I
So
agree
actually, I think
completely.
it's often like a really good opportunity if someone's really whiny. Like Arja, I think did it at some point as well.
But you not agree with what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
about Jada's level of likability though. Like again, like
I think maybe I liked Jada as the apple because it was like, oh look, Jada's being fun. Because Jada isn't particularly fun.
But it's interesting that her fun is like playing like a bitch role.
Because even her buttons look wasn't fun. It was just like a demure,
Yeah.
like shaped dress thing. But it wasn't. It wasn't an exciting look.
Oh yeah, I'm not finding her as fun as I want her to be.
But if
hopefully she'll come
you
out.
like something that you take a role that's meant to be like the clown, and you kind of take it, despite the fact that other people want it. I think
Then
for
at
me,
least do
even you
something
lose.
with
No, but in my opinion, you lose the likability you would have gained from having that fun role.
Yeah.
By the circumstances that secured that role. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's what I say. Like, I'm definitely not feeling this so far. Personally, again, I can see she's talented. I see why people like her.
Yeah.
But I don't get why people are so upset. I don't know. As I said,
No.
she's not come across as like a warm, super friendly, fun person so far to me.
Her looks have been kind of pretty standard pageanty.
It surprised me.
things.
I always thought she'd be a bit more out of the box. I was really surprised that she's been a bit.
I agree.
I kind of didn't really get it from because when we did the Meet the
Meet the
Queens,
Queens,
people were like, "You don't like Jada? I can't believe it."
Everyone, yeah. That's something like again. Do you listen to? I remember I said at the last stream. Do you listen to her verse again? Was it on the rap or the other one, the Fosse one? But either way, it was literally just like, "I'm the most beautiful. I'm the best drag queen. I'm going to win the crown." It's all super generic, obnoxious stuff.
Mm.
Again, I really pissed off with the judges' comments. I feel like we really know you now. So literally, like every like bland drag thing that they said all the other those sort of challenges.
I'm not saying that I'm the best, but I ain't the worst.
That was like at least somewhat honest though. No,
Yeah,
that's better.
that
But she's
was
like,
better.
no, I am the best. I'm saying I'm the best.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, but like not in even
But
a
that's
fun
what I
way.
mean, like, it's been done so many times and better.
Well, we could do it like in a Doors way, you know. Like, I mean, like, she did that. She did the same thing, but in a really fun way.
Yeah.
Whereas Shay is just like, yeah, like this, and this. Like I'm funny. It's like,
Right.
like what we did Meet the Queens. We always said we all hate is when I just list things they're like good at. Or whatever.
Yeah.
It just comes across as like obnoxious and unlikable.
When they're like, I'm really funny.
Yeah,
I tell jokes.
exactly.
You're like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Funny there.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like again, I'm hoping Jada. Like I'm hoping going to warm to her. I'm hoping she'll turn things round. But at the moment, yeah, I was really not getting like the Jada train everyone's on.
No.
Jada
Express.
I wouldn't get on. No, I'd skip that one. I'd walk.
Flying. I think of something.
The Essence of Airlines.
Where does that get Jada?
Jada Essence Hall.
Oh no.
No, I know that's bad. Anyway, so how do we feel about? I was really excited that Onesha came back as a judge. And
I'm so
then-
glad to see Onesha.
Same, but then like the Onesha's voice, it was like. It's like it was pre-recorded for like a really shitty Skype call or something. The audio, like the audio was really shit.
That's what like.
Don't get me wrong.
You know, it's just like a phone underneath the desk.
You get a bit of shade.
Oh, what about Chi Chi Devane?
Yeah, but Chi Chi Devane is like really endearing and lovely.
Yeah, no, I love
So
Chi Chi
good.
Devane, didn't I? That's what I mean. I loved it. I really liked Chi Chi. She was just a bit shit, but I loved
Yeah,
her
we
immediately.
didn't
That's
do the
personally.
streams when season 8 was on, but we
No.
did the streams when she was on All Stars.
No, I did the stream. I think season 8 was on the first
Did you?
streams. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
actually did because I think I've seen. Didn't you do some 7? I feel like you.
I think 7 about was. It's been literally been like 10 years now. And look at him, massive audience we've acquired.
Oh, I mean, look,
I know. Really taken off, really blown up.
those comments are nearly filling up.
That's actually really interesting.
that bar.
Glenn, if you actually remember like my commentary on season 8, I'm seriously impressed.
Yeah.
I honestly don't remember what I thought, but I always think it might have.
You're like, Chi Chi
Look, I like
Devane's
Chi
a
Chi.
dick. I fucking hate
I can't imagine her ever. She didn't ever say anything I like.
Oh,
her.
there's
there's
Chi Chi was
going to be a
lovely.
Jake Monsey
Yeah.
video about you now.
Oh god, fair.
Like,
Exposed
when
me,
they were on
Queen.
Chi Chi and All Stars because she was a bit disappointed.
Oh,
And
she was
knew
shit.
that, and she was
But-
like,
And
"Oh, I
she was,
don't
and she
deserve
was
Oh,
like,
no,
yeah,
no,
send me
no.
home, like,
Send me on. What's
send
that
me home.
from?
So that was Roxy.
Oh
Send me
yeah.
home. But like Lee Dawson, like you.
Everything.
Oh.
Oh, is he any good now? I've not seen his stuff about 2
Oh my
years.
god, I saw one recently. It's marvelous.
Is it? I need to
Yeah,
watch
fucking
it.
art.
And Blazer
Watch it
Mays is
after
back.
this.
Can we? Who is?
So
Blazer
good.
Mays, who was like before Lee Dawson.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, Blazer Mays' ones are really good as well.
Who's better, Lee Dawson or Blaze Moon?
They're both really different.
Okay, oh god.
I think Blazer Mays is a lot more like nuts.
Oh my god.
Fucking hell.
Everyone remembers. I'm sorry, I've been feeling
He's like
called
your-
out.
your old
You've got
fan.
reputation.
No, I'm sorry, Chi-Chi, I love you now. But it's just but okay, but
Is
actually,
this Chi-Chi?
but Chi-Chi, on all
These
your
are all
accounts,
Chi
I'm
Chi,
so
like
sorry.
logging in on different devices.
No,
Yeah, you hate Chi Chi. Chi Chi's the best.
Chi. But actually, these comments prove how amazing I am. Because if I didn't like someone, I still like. I love Chi now. Like I'm happy to be my mind to be changed. Like I'm an open person. Like
Jada may change her mind.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
2 episodes in, I don't really get it.
I have a lot of faith in it. I think like Jada has a lot that we've not seen yet. But I'm a bit like I'm surprised that it's like the 2 episodes we've had of her that I haven't seen some of those bits yet.
Yes.
I think I just thought she'd be so strong out of the gate. And obviously she won the first.
She's very polished.
She's very, very polished. Yeah.
I think she looks a bit like Sahara as a boy. Maybe it's the cheekbones.
I can't even remember what Sahara looked like now.
Bob.
I'm trying to think. I don't remember what she looked like as a boy.
Careful, someone's going to come and tell you what you said on fucking season 2.
Oh yeah, when we're doing All Star 7, there'll be someone in the comments being like, "Well, Bob, I seem to remember you not remembering Sahara as a boy." I think I can see Sahara as a boy now.
I honestly respect it. People remember what I said in previous streams. I honestly respect. Literally, how long ago? I actually wouldn't be surprised. I'm passionate.
4 years ago, right?
No, not about season 8. They must be talking about.
Yeah, so it's 4 years ago.
Oh, yeah, it's only 4 years.
Only 4 years.
Go back to season 8. My point is, I've grown.
That's growth. That's real growth.
Did you used to stream with Grant?
Oh, my real friends. Thanks for asking.
Oh.
Okay.
So honestly, who did you stream with?
You guys probably. Or no, by myself probably.
I didn't watch Drag Race
probably alone.
2016.
Probably, little streams alone. Okay, so.
In terms of the episode, like the beginning.
My next note is, why Gigi throw in her chances? Oh, you thought already, like the dead role. Is it in role description? I
think she actually did it really well though, because I think it takes skill to play dead that well. Because she could have just sort of like flopped and just been on the floor, but she was a very heavy dead body, if that makes sense.
She just did what you do in acting. She just lost all muscle control.
Yeah.
So, again, but that's most people can do that.
True.
Like if you said play dead and like you want to play it properly, you would just do that. You just wouldn't control your mind. Like everyone could do that.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Like it's a good choice she made, but she still was at a far less of an advantage than her teammates because they actually got time to do things. Like whereas they did everything for her because she was propped up. So
at least she did do some stuff at the end though. Like,
the ending was fine, but
right.
I just felt like if you're choosing roles, you know, why would you choose that role? I just don't get it.
I do like though that Gigi is like, I mean, it's not like the most like growth as a character, but I like that Gigi has like come in being like, I'm really beautiful, I'm a fashion queen, and it's kind of being like, fuck it, I'm gonna get messy, I'm gonna get ugly.
Because it's like Gigi is just as kind of, in many ways, as serious as Jada, but then manages to kind of do more interesting stuff.
Yeah. Although that said, actually, I did actually like that Jada, for someone who's obviously got a very, very polished face a lot of the time, did have like makeup that was both ugly and beautiful at the same time. It was like really well crafted and well done, like angry crying makeup.
Yes, I thought it looked makeup.
It's not like because you look like this really like beautifully sad clown.
I thought it was good, but it's also what we have seen that kind of look before quite a lot now.
But I just like that she let loose a little at least.
This is kind of my frustrating thing though with like drag queens and like this commentary stuff. It's like it's difficult because I feel like she let loose for her, but like I don't know if like Crystal did that makeup, for example, it wouldn't be very good because compared to Crystal makeup, it's not as good. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? So it's tricky. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. And I'm trying to say it's difficult to verbalize. So never mind. It's not like I'm trying to do a stream. I'm talking about my feelings. Okay.
Don't want that.
Should we go? I'm so sorry. I know. Should we go?
Go back to season 8.
So should we? Let's go through the groups. So the first group was the group with Crystal, Nikki, and who was the other one? Wasn't it?
Oh, and Heidi M. Closet.
Yes, that was
Heidi Ho, apparently.
No, that wasn't. That was a different group then. So
it was the old women. It was
Gigi, Jackie, Heidi.
Oh, it was Gigi, Jackie, Heidi. Yeah. Okay. So Heidi was really funny. Yeah. Should you say what you thought of all the queens?
I feel like actually, like our initial view of Heidi, we were like, oh, Heidi's actually a bit shit. I don't know about that now. I feel like
she's very much in her own little world.
She's very endearing. Like she's quite.
I really like her.
Yeah, I think she'll actually end up being one of the funnier ones just through.
Oh, she is 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Doesn't really have to try. She just is funny.
I don't think she'll necessarily make it all the way. Like to the
she's no sherry pie.
There you go.
Yeah, but like, but I think she's just really endearing. Like, she's really fun to watch.
Love her.
I thought it was just like her comic timing was really quite fun. Like she knew when to spit those teeth out. Like she could have held that a little bit longer, or she could have let them go a little bit early. But actually, it was the right time. I thought,
Like
I say it's like a comedy. A comedy genius.
I think it is like she is a reg, and that like naturally funny because of that. But I think she does know what she's doing more than she lets on, and therefore it's good with timing and things because she knows what works and what gets the laugh and things like that.
Yeah,
she's great.
She's fucking nuts. I think she's great.
So the other one in the group was what's her name? Jackie. Yeah. She's another one I don't really get the hype for personally. Like,
did she look a little bit like Noel Fielding to you when she was in that, like dressed as the old woman?
I see.
I kept getting real like Noel Fielding.
I didn't really.
She did a good job.
I think
she did the stupid high pitched voice and like
she did a good job, but
and it was crap for Ventriloquism, which it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yes, but she I think for me, like she was just super obvious. Which I suppose is kind of musical theatery generally
it's
anyway.
Kind of obvious humour.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
Dead person talk.
That's my point.
I think that's probably what cost her the win. Because I actually think if she'd just been a little like turned it on a dime a little bit, like and just like switched up a bit, I think she could have walked away with it.
That's something I was pretty unimpressed with. But again, I suppose it goes back to what we were saying before. Like if she's someone who's saying like acting is what I do, like Broadway musical stuff is what I do, and then like you don't excel, then it's like not great. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
No, but that's what I mean. Like, as in, I think she's got the skill. I just don't think it was. I don't think she really applied herself as well as she could have.
Oh yeah, I agree with Horatio. Like, I was the star of that. Yeah. I just thought I like Jackie. She's endearing.
I like her as a person. Yeah. I was talking purely about her performance in the challenge.
Yeah.
I think
I hope for more from her.
And it was a nice little sketch. It was alright.
Yeah.
It had like shape. Like we have to pretend that she's still alive.
She
was, and then the other one's died, and it had like an arc.
Yes, but that wasn't them though. That was written for them.
Yeah, but it's also
but it fucking had an arc, which we should be grateful for in this episode.
Yes, okay.
Because some of it was like fucking hell.
So was it the Squirrel Scouts next?
I fucking hated that.
Crystal,
sketch.
Nikki.
That was the worst one.
Who was the other one?
So many Crystal, Nikki, and Widow. There's so many missed opportunities. And let's think, Widow fucking went for it and found those opportunities.
Yeah.
Because she's a fucking, like, that was brilliant. Yeah. Because she was just like, right, I'm the drunk one, but like, I'm going to really like ham this up. Like, you know.
Again, I feel like brilliant's an overstatement. I think it was good, but for me, it was what was expected from that character. Like, if your character reads like drunk Girl Scout, like, she played drunk Girl Scout well.
True. Maybe she only seems like the other two are a bit lame.
Yeah, and that as well, yeah.
Because I think that's the thing, like, you know, I mean, there were just a few like silly moments.
Thanks.
Hello.
Oh, thank you. You come and get involved whenever you can.
Hey.
Sundays at 7, except Sundays is on Monday.
Sometimes
at 9, and then it moves to 9:15.
Sorry, but if you can't watch live, leave a comment down below. We always read them and get chat about them. Stuff.
Yeah, we're more likely to be on time these days because we've got nothing else to do.
That's true. Yeah. Very true. We all just live here now.
But no, I mean, I think. What I thought, I mean, it was just like Widow as well made like, a lot of opportunities for herself. Like, so even like stupid things like, you know, Crystal said about being an entrepreneur, like we're entrepreneurs, and you just got like drunk Widow being like, preneur, just like she didn't need to say it.
Yeah,
and I love that
she,
like just adding like these little bits, like she's present.
Yes, yeah.
And I think
she switched on.
That was what really I found confusing about like Nikki and Crystal. Like, what the fuck were they doing?
Well,
in
I
this
still
sketch?
don't really know what was going on in the sketch. Like,
no.
What they were Girl Scouts, but they had a pet squirrel,
and they sold nut butter, and that was the whole joke. But then there's a joke about squirrel juices. Oh yeah, I was a little bit lost. I mean, maybe I'm overcomplicating it.
Because nut butter's not even funny. Because I think it's just that's what you.
And also, it is a legit like brand in UK. Yeah, like, I've got nut butter stuff in my cupboard.
Well, yeah, nut butter is just like people say like eat nut butter's like almond, peanut, and all that stuff. It's not. I just was like, and Girl Scouts don't sell peanut butter.
No,
it was really stupid.
And why have you got a squirrel in the cage?
Is he?
Yeah,
take care, man. See you.
That was for you.
That's very differential.
Oh god, it was.
Oh my god, so much cringe.
Yeah, it was a lot of like.
It's what we're talking about.
I said to Bob yesterday, a lot of it felt like. I don't know if you're ever at school and like kids put on like an impromptu play. That was a bit
school you go to.
Like
school performance.
Like I've seen like a few things where kids try and put on like a little skit, and it's just
the ones in your basement. You make them perform.
Sorry, but no, you're absolutely right.
No, I honestly don't.
It's all those things where like it's an in joke between friends that they think's fucking hilarious.
Yes,
like this whole.
Yeah, genuinely.
Or you can imagine like a load of drama students
they're all
coming
my
up with
friends.
something quickly, like.
But like, oh my god! But it's really clever because actually they're all part of the secret
Yes,
organization. Like,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
great
yeah.
because you know the story, but you've not conveyed any of that.
No.
And that's what was with the Girl Scouts.
I've seen that sketch twice now, and I'm still like, what the fuck is going on?
Fair.
No, same. I think what was again, there's so many missed opportunities because like so.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Sorry, and like because like Nikki, for example, I think she's there. She could have been more there. Like she's trying to say like the language thing really held her back. Be a French Girl Scout who has no fucking clue what they're talking about.
Yes.
Who doesn't know why they're selling nut butter and just like
100%.
smiling and trying to be pretty. Like occasionally just like I don't know like faffs around a bit. That would have been better than sort of just standing there and occasionally be like, nut butter. We are entrepreneurs.
I don't remember doing that, to be honest.
Yeah.
But, okay, this is like the first thing I thought when this is kind of like bad, but I really got like Milk acting vibes off of Crystal.
Yeah.
Because obviously Crystal's been compared to Milk, but then like so she did a smile or something. She's like my beautiful smile. She's like a smile like that's exactly what Milk would have done. Like you're way overplaying it.
Yeah.
And
because Milk was so
bombing
literal.
hardcore.
Like,
Yeah,
I have to play
exactly.
a psycho. I'm going to play it like this.
Yeah, that's what Crystal was doing.
Yeah,
like it just, I don't know.
There was also the thing about them not. They were left at a bus stop and they had to live in the woods.
Why are we trying to understand it?
Honestly, and then
But
she's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I make lipstick out of berries. Like, there's so many stupid layers to this.
Yeah.
Why wasn't it just your
But
three
this
Girl
is-
Scouts trying to sell peanut butter?
This is what we were talking about
and
before.
that's it. Like, that's your outline. Like, adding in all this other
Yeah.
detail.
But this is what we're talking about before, though, in terms of like, it is unfair. Like some child, like the old ladies sketch and the one brain free girls sketches were like just funnier sketches
Because they
than
were
the
simple,
Squirrel
right?
Friends one. Like,
Yeah.
if you've been given that, like, what are you going to do with it?
True,
Yeah.
but all of those, both of those two could have also really gone south very quickly. Like the three girls, one brain. If like they'd been a bit off or a bit
I actually
uncoordinated,
really loved that
it would
sketch.
just. I thought it was
About
really. They did it well.
But it's
I
still-
even really enjoyed Aiden in it.
Yeah, but still, like I'm saying, like if you could choose a sketch, who's going to choose the Squirrel Scouts? one?
No,
like it's just
awful.
based on the
Yeah.
outline of what the sketch is. You're not going to choose. Like it's just
No.
it's not as funny as the other ones.
Yeah, I wonder how they even
So-
did they get allocated them or did they choose?
I allocated
They
it,
just
seemed
didn't, weren't
like,
they?
yeah,
They
that's
just
what I'm
were
saying.
suddenly like,
There was
Oh,
something in their groups being like, so you're the Girl Scout.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because whoever Rock chose, whichever group, would have ended up with 3 Deep Patooties, right? Because that was a 4-person sketch.
Yes, exactly. 100%.
So like, I mean, that could have gone really bad.
yeah.
I mean,
So his answer Rachel's question. I'm super disappointed with Crystal so far. Like I think aspects of her aesthetic makes like her makeup and like things she's done at points I've really liked, but she's nowhere near. I thought she'd kind of be like a better version of Eva Destruction because Eva Destruction disappointed me on Dragula season 3,
Yeah.
but Crystal's disappointed me more than Eva disappointed me in her season.
I'm already sick of the makeup. The big lips and the big eyes. Like
If it's
alright.
paired with the right stuff, it could be good. But if it's paired with a shit outfit, then it's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
You know?
I think
she's and then even the emotional bit was like, ugh.
I know. We'll talk about that in a bit.
it is that kind of thing. I sometimes do wonder, like, kind of kooky, some kind of kooky queens, or at least ones who always talk about being kooky. I often find what's really annoying is that sometimes this is maybe harsh. I don't know. But like sometimes I feel like some queens who always talk about being kooky have kind of skated by on being that kooky one and haven't necessarily like.
No, you said this before. I don't agree. Remember, I don't think she really is like saying she's kooky the whole time. Like she's, I really think I think that's an narrative that's been put on her because she
Maybe.
is like
you might.
weird and like awkward. But I think it comes more from like she's saying this episode that like it is a lack of confidence. And I get what you're saying, Dan. I agree with you. But at the same time, like you can just see like watch the other episode, as well. She is obviously not very confident, like very shy in her shell. She's very much in her shell. So I think it is more of that, like an awkwardness, as opposed to like, oh, I'm kooky. I don't know who's the queen who was like kooky, like Milk, like a bit like Milk's personality to Crystal. Like they're not very similar at all. Despite the fact they can be compared in terms of like looks, avant-gardeness, and like the way she acted was similar, but in terms of like base personality, like I think they're quite different.
No, I think I definitely think they're quite different personalities, but I do think. I don't know.
I was
I
surprised.
do agree with you. I think you're right.
I agree here, actually. Re-singing the walkthrough was great.
Oh, yeah.
But I agree. I think Crystal should be in the bottom this week. To be fair, like I'm not mad at the bottom, but I think Crystal was one of the weekest performers generally around
I'm really
this
surprised
episode.
Nikki Doll was there because her look was awesome. And I think there was like
Her look was
like
good,
a-
but she
like-
was the worst in the challenge easily.
There was like a head, but I don't know,
Like Crystal was almost like Crystal. Nikki was definitely worse than Crystal.
Yeah, there was not that much.
She did
But
nothing.
it wasn't,
She did
wasn't much worse because Crystal was pretty terrible in the challenge, and her outfit was pretty like
Yeah.
a red dress with some makeup.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
The judges were basically saying that though, weren't they? They were like none of this was necessarily great, but like Crystal was sort of trying.
But yeah, that's what I
Nikki was
said,
just
which
really
is
visible,
fair.
but like no, I agree with Horatio as well. Sorry, Rue singing the walkthroughs was great.
Yeah,
But
and,
like,
and it is lame to use the language barrier as an excuse. Again, like if it, you know what, if it was an improv challenge and you had to bounce off other people really fast, then honestly, like language, then fair. But like if it's a pre-scripted challenge, which you've also like added more to yourselves in the workroom, then I don't see how that's an excuse. Like you know what's coming up, you know what the other people are going to say, you know what you could write stuff for yourself to say.
Yeah.
But you didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
Unless it just wasn't shown. But I feel like we did see the whole sketch. Really. I don't think anything was really cut out from any of them.
I don't know if I want to see the full sketch, but
Oh god, that's a good point. So the next group.
Next group was the fruity. Oh god!
Yeah.
Again, what a fucking weird concept.
Yeah.
Like, and I love that the judges were even trying to defend it and be like, right, you're meant to be gay. I'm like, the fact, I mean,
Because they're fruits, was that it?
yeah. So which is, I mean, a bit of a tenuous concept in the first place. But like the whole idea was, yeah, they're meant to be fruits.
I think it was quite funny. It was
Representing
twist,
the
though.
LGBT
It could have been done better.
community. But yeah, I think what didn't make sense to me, I get that the bad apple's not meant to be there. I kind of don't get why broccoli's there from the beginning. I always feel like broccoli
Same.
should come in a bit later.
So
Because why was broccoli there?
is this
They're fruits.
She's a brock ally.
Oh.
That's
so weak.
But also, and that's what I also don't get.
someone else said it.
I kind of feel like if you wanted to do that route, surely you'd have like you'd almost need more people. You'd kind of need like LGBT.
Yes, yeah.
And,
But that means putting a trans person in it, like Bob.
oh, that's true.
Is that going to happen?
The script writer probably came up with that and like, that's really good. Put that in. Brock ally. Like.
Oh god,
I
that is the sort of thing we'd do. That.
I feel like the whole sketch
Yeah.
was written around that pun.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I feel like someone was like, Brock ally, right, here's a sketch.
Poor Dalio, like you're literally there for one pun.
Yes.
That's the
I
only
agree.
reason
I
you
agree.
exist.
And because one group's got a fourth person, basically. They've probably written the script like, fuck, one person's going to have a fourth person. So
We've got this old broccoli costume.
Exactly.
That.
But also,
they're supposed to be fruit.
would the joke not be like, if they're all straight and like she's a sexy broccoli one, why didn't like the actual like cis female? Why didn't like something happen between the broccoli and like this one of the straight fruits or whatever? Do you know what I mean? They could have, like,
plot.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think that was so like I think even if they'd acted it really well, it still wouldn't have made any fucking sense. Like I think they were hamstrung by that. But I mean, at the same time, I do think Dolly obviously was not great.
I don't know. I kind of thought she was low-key slaying the game.
There were moments that it was almost so bad that it was.
That's what I mean.
Because she was just sort of like, when something's happening, she's going.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, actually,
I can imagine like
that is like pure camp.
But that's what I'm saying. Every time they cut to her, I'm like, that's a meme. Like that's just an immediate meme.
They'd be like Club 96.
It was a little bit.
Like,
Yeah.
actually, that was really amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I loved it when she just turned away from the camera and said something under her breath.
Exactly. Yeah.
and like, Rockham as well, like, was coming up with some like ridiculous puns that were really good. Like, you want to see a fruit punch, and then like, punch the, I thought that was good. Yeah.
That was
How many
good,
doctors
yeah.
a day do I have to eat to keep you
That
away?
was she was good. Rockham
It's
was
so
good.
stupid.
And
I
Jada
love
was
it.
kind of like, lots of doctors. Or something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
really weak answer.
This is what I mean. I think
something, you bitch.
Yeah, I fucking orange cunt. Sorry, I'm not saying orange cunt on the street.
No.
No.
Okay.
I did.
Anything else to say about that?
No, it was just awful.
Yeah, it wasn't
It was
great.
like minorly. It was slightly better than the Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
Because I was
Because there's
half
extra
watching
person.
it on Saturday. I was kind of doing housework and watching it and being like, what the fuck is this?
Fair.
This is awful.
Fair.
And then I watched it with Bob yesterday and was like, oh, it's
Still
doesn't make
awful.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, am I not watching it properly? Maybe I just don't get it.
This was my second time watching it tonight, and I was like, yeah, I don't get this.
Just maybe yelling for like the perfume challenge. I'm like, yes.
Yes.
little
Yeah.
Clear, quick, 30
Yeah.
second concepts.
And where it's like the Queen's making it themselves, I think that's also the problem. Like, this is a lot of like production being like, you're going to do this weird thing.
Well, I feel like it's been a while now since the comedy challenges were really funny.
Yeah.
Like, I go on YouTube and watch the perfume challenge still now. I still will watch Heroin over and over again.
And even the ones that are bad, like Ruani Man.
Ooh,
Like,
I
oh,
know.
God.
There's
Yes,
a perfume
yeah.
now they go, and at the end of it, it says the essence of a woman. I'm like, that's the fucking
Really?
root animal.
That's
Strap line.
That's really
And it's
funny.
for a perfume.
Or like Ivy Winter's just in the middle of Tokyo for no reason. I love it.
Dress code, baby.
Yeah, I go back and watch those things because they're like, or like old Snatch games from those seasons, because they were so, even when they were bad, they were good.
And I wouldn't do that for like any of season 11.
No,
There's not
oh
one
my gosh.
Season 11, I've watched Brooklyn Heights take off that Afro wig about 3,000 times.
Yeah.
Because it's amazing.
That lipstick is great.
But the Snatch game I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way I'm ever going to go, but I really want to see the Fruity Patooties like slag each other off.
Yeah, because it's not like, like with the Frock Destroyers, where like they actually perform as a trio. It's not like you're going to go to a club and they're like, oh, coming tonight, the Fruity Patooties. It's like Dahlia, just really confused. Like.
Just reminds me how good the Frock Destroyers were.
I also love that Jan had to feed her own line, and she's like, she's a Brock ally. And then Dahlia, instead of like kind of building on that, she goes, I am a Brock ally. That's the line right there.
That's what I mean. Like,
Jan was not off stage. We can hear her.
For fuck's sake. Horatio needs to get involved because those scripts are terrible.
We do. Although that's say, like,
do a
Brock Ally's 100% something we do.
Yeah, I hope we give more than that.
I don't know.
So. Again, was that improvised or was that?
No, definitely not.
Because if that's the reason for including the broccoli, then that must have been.
No. Definitely.
Or it's like you are the broccoli or the Brock ally.
It was very much that.
Dolly's like, yes.
Okay, so the 3 women, 1 brain.
So good. I love it.
It was good and it's well done, but like I feel like again that's one of the challenges that had the least chance to improv because they all had to read the same script for like 90% of the challenge.
It
was good, but
there's
then,
a rhyme and.
But then how do you like excel? Like how do you know? Like Aiden did well, but then she didn't have a chance to do poorly unless she forgot a line.
She did look
like in terms of.
Headlights.
But in terms of like improving, again, I'm coming purely from an improv standpoint. Like none of them got a chance to improv in that challenge. There's 0 improv in that challenge.
Yeah.
So how do you know who did better in an improv challenge?
True, because even the bit at the end with like Sherry walking out,
it was like 10 seconds.
Scripted.
Yeah.
Thing, and then I mean, like I did think that was a fucking great ending. Actually,
you're right.
Being like we are
the ending was
2 girls, one woman.
The end was good, but you're right. There wasn't much chance to improv because they all had to do the same.
Yeah.
Even the slap was like, oh yeah, you all have to act like you got slapped. It was very. I liked it though.
And
it was fun to watch.
Yeah,
and obviously she's problematic as all hell, but like,
and I even loved Aiden.
Great.
And like, I think there's a bit where they had to turn and do this, and then they awkwardly had to turn the other way. And you could see
Aiden,
and it was Aiden's. You could see Aiden's cogs turning all the time anyway.
Yeah,
it worked for this sketch.
Really worked.
Yes,
so it was like you're doing it, but it fits.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought that slap bit was quite fun. I like that Sherry was just sort of like the really delayed reaction and just sort of like, oh, ow, really. It's so annoying.
This is another point, right? Where in terms of like if you could choose which script, you would choose this script you wanted to be safe. Like, why did you choose this over Squirrel Scouts? Do you know what I mean? Like,
because if you're good, you could choose any of those 4 scripts and be like, right, this is how we shape it.
I agree with that, but if you're a bit weak, like if you got this script, you'll be safe. Like Aiden probably would have been the worst in another group.
Yeah.
But because there's no improv, like you just had to read a script. All you did was had to read a script. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you know what I mean? It's just it was quite easy. I thought. Like it was all well done. Like I said, it was well done. They remember all the lines. They said it in the right time.
Apart from Britta and Sherry both being just awful to Aiden.
Awful.
Yeah, I didn't get that either.
Especially as they won.
That's what I mean. Again, like if you've written a script yourself completely and you've done some amazing improv during a challenge, fine, go off, sis. But like if it's like a script is written for you and you're just all saying stuff in time and like you're not like broken a world record. I don't know. Like you're not done anything particularly impressive. I don't think.
Yeah. Horatio makes a really good point there. Actually, I agree. So Aiden should have been late on purpose all the time. Should have outstaged the other 2 actors.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree because that was the thing because Aiden kind of just fit in, and it would have been really great. Just like even if it was like a half second of like a little murmur, like
because Sherry
like Mr. Pee, like just like
Sherry knew when to go. Oh, I'm going to delay it a bit and make it funny.
Yeah,
maybe that's why Aiden didn't do it because Aiden's not an actor.
Yes. Should we move into Runway?
Yeah.
Okay. So first off,
was there an emotional bit? There wasn't really this week, was there?
Crystals, right?
Crystal had a little,
but there wasn't a workroom moment like a.
Oh no!
Hey, let's talk about times when we all came out, and they're like,
no, it wasn't. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
you've got a dead uncle.
You get people coming out, don't you?
Fucking coming out.
I know, stay in that closet.
But I mean, Crystal's thing was a little bit. What's her name? Kimura not wearing a breastplate. It was a little like.
Whose was?
Crystal's.
Oh, what her sob story bit?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of it makes sense in some ways. I did think it was quite sad.
What did she say?
but like like she paints that face because Crystal gives her confidence. But I think that was also a way of not really listening to what the judges were actually saying, because the judges were like, "Hey, this is like getting in the way." I kind of.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, it seemed a bit like where's that come from?
Kurt Runway, just
Hey, Kurt, you're
right
right.
halfway through. Hello.
Yeah. But
Oh, no mention of the pit crew.
what happened to pit crew?
I don't know.
They were right at the beginning.
I'm sorry, I don't remember Horatio. I'm so
remember
It
sorry.
was the top and bottoms thing.
Oh yeah. We see. I don't think it's the same ones we've seen before, right?
Oh, what they when
Heidi was
when they
hilarious.
ranked them in order, we didn't discuss that, but it wasn't.
They're back.
Were they not? Oh yeah, they weren't in the last couple of episodes, were they?
Oh, good point.
We didn't even talk about the rankings, but I don't think we need to.
No, we did.
Did we?
Yeah.
Was I not here?
No, you were. We just didn't really talk much about it. We
Oh,
didn't much
fine,
to say.
yeah.
Like, what was it? We said we kind of agreed with
Yeah.
generally with rankings. Like,
It's kind of
Wasn't
good.
really
I mean,
much to say.
Queen's got the measure of them pretty quick.
yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so first off, who is Olivia Munn, please?
Don't know. We literally had this.
You don't know her
conversation
either. I thought
yesterday.
you'd know. You know
No.
everyone.
Shall I look it up?
Yeah, go on. I recognise the
Someone
name.
beat me. Someone put it in the chat.
I recognise the name, and she seems cool. Like, I liked her critiques or whatever.
She had that little quote, which was like, "Yes."
You love a lip sync. What? Do you need to watch it again?
What?
Oh, of Nikki. Okay. But even then, we'll talk about it in a second. We'll talk about it
Pretty
after
average.
the runway.
Daily Show, various things that I've never seen.
I see the Daily Show. I don't recognise her.
I don't know that.
All things I don't know.
Okay. All right. Never mind.
I'm sure she's lovely.
Okay. So Rue, she seems cool.
She's 39 as well.
She's cool.
I
She's
thought she was
a
in her
very
20s.
nice looking lady. Rue, what do you think of Rue's look?
Oh, yeah, I thought it was quite
But
fun.
it was the weird
so-
blue kind of,
I know it's like a leopard print thing, wasn't it?
like angular sort of bits missing. From it.
I really liked it a lot.
It was pretty cool, as I remember.
Yeah. Never
I
mind.
thought it was blue, but you know.
Okay. So let's go for the Queens then.
Yeah.
Give our thoughts, Jada.
Yeah, boring.
I have a basic AF.
Yeah,
I did think it was quite basic.
it was dull.
And I
Most
think-
of it Barbie-esque and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
I think Barbie looks can be really cool. I kind of want it
Very
to be really
Miss
like overblown. Like have a fucking giant bow that's just like ridiculous, you know.
Yeah, I do think there's some cool things you can do with this challenge. I think I sort of frustrates me with these like cool runways when people just take the obvious route, and a lot of the queens this episode did take the obvious route, which means their outfits were very boring in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I mean, Dahlia's didn't. To be fair, like hers was a bit like weird. What do you guys think of it?
What was Dahlia's again?
Like the weird rabbity.
Oh no, I just thought it was a bit. I didn't realize she was meant to be a rabbit. I mean, obviously she hopped.
Well, there was
which is the
no,
only
there were
thing.
no ears because the thing she wore on her head didn't look like ears.
Yeah, she held it like it was a telephone at one point.
Yeah, it like dropped down, and then the funny hair and
And I thought it was also like maybe unfortunate because the backing colours were all like blue and purples, but
Yeah.
she really like just disappeared for me. And like they were like, "Oh, I love your outfit." Like, I mean, it was a well constructed garment, but it was just a bit like everyone else was really like big and dramatic, and hers
Yeah.
was just like
I
very
agree.
nice.
Horatio and Kurt saying that Ruth really like BB Miss Bennett. I really think it did as well. It was like an awesome CZ BB look.
Yeah.
Um,
and thanks, Kurt. We like having you here as well.
Yes, we
Yay!
did. So yeah, I like the colours of Dahlia's, but like I like what she was trying to do with it, or what the designer was trying to do with it, in terms of like it was a bit messy and like off the
Yeah.
wall, but it didn't work for me. Like it just
I didn't really
it was
get
like too messy and not cohesive and like
Yeah.
what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
Not in a good way.
it wasn't for me.
It wasn't for me.
No.
Rockham.
Oh, this was cute. I
Well,
kind of wanted the
Alice in
belt.
Wonderland.
oh yeah,
Harry
it
Alice
was
in
cute. I
Wonderland.
liked all the bows in the hair and stuff.
I
It
really
wasn't-
liked it. Again, I like is what I'm saying. I like when someone takes like doesn't do the obvious thing with the challenge. Like who would have thought of like a hairy Alice in Wonderland? Like
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always think about her. Actually.
You do, don't you,
I
Dan?
love it.
I know you do. Jan.
Oh, it's so good.
love
It's
this.
my
It's
favourite
Really
one.
dull. My favourite one. I
I
love.
cannot
this.
believe they put it in safe. Like
No.
there were some
I know.
weird fucking choices on that.
But then what was her
Oh,
role in the
6.
challenge? Oh no, she was.
She's a great.
She was the best of that group.
She
I
was the
thought.
best fruit.
I thought she was the
Yeah.
best fruit.
And
Yeah,
then
she
she was
should be
robbed.
top.
Like, that look was amazing, and the fact they didn't even critique it.
And yeah, like you said, she has a good point. She carried the Brock ally a little bit as well. Jamie, so I think she certainly been top to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah, I think she was the only one who kind of got what the character like, because she started it all off. She was like, she mentioned like she hit all the key points. She was like, "I'm a grape. I'm a gay grape." Like she spoke a little bit about activity. Like she tied the story together, but nobody else fucking. I mean, it was a shit script, but like nobody else.
She's at
really-
least trying. Yeah.
And then that look, like this is also what I'm really enjoying about Jan. I thought she was going to be quite squeaky clean, and I'm loving that she just like comes up with that voodoo look. Like if you'd shown me
So
that
I was
look at
really
the beginning of the
surprised.
season,
Yeah,
I
I
would
never
not
thought
thought
it
that
was
would be
Jan.
Jan.
Yeah, and the execution was great. Like the makeup underneath was great. Like everything, it was just 10 out of 10 for me.
I would have swapped out. I love Jackie, but Jackie and Jan should have swapped because I think Jan's Jan's outfit was fun. I loved the staging of it where she came out doing the little like Music Man thing.
Who's?
But Jan's was she had that like really colourful little hat, very 1930s.
You mean Jackie?
Jackie, sorry. Yeah.
So talking about Jan now.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
I would have swapped out Jan and Jackie because.
What do you mean in terms of top?
Yeah, I was surprised that Jackie was in the top.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
Top three.
I agree. Like I said, I said my thoughts on her in the thing.
She was fine in the task, but she wasn't as good as Jan was.
No, I agree completely. Heidi, my note for this one is I don't know why, but yes, please.
I really liked it.
Yeah,
I found it a bit. It reminded me. Do you know when Kenya Michaels did the little like Puerto Rico boxer look?
Oh yeah, she went out that week, right?
No, I wasn't getting that from. I know what Luke you're talking about, but I wasn't getting.
Maybe
I
it's
think
just the fit
Heidi's
of it.
quite sweet, and like it was quite.
It was a really.
I loved her little story about like I'm a boy.
It was yeah. I have to admit, like I wanted to kind of hate it, and then I was like, she's kind of just so damn adorable. It wasn't as bad as I'm making it in my head. I realised it was like a right dick.
The makeup was cool as well. Like her makeup was really, it's quite different.
Yeah.
Like she was quite like a more like feminine look or whatever. But she had like quite a weird look with it. I thought it was cool. Again, I know even the outfit wasn't particularly exciting, but then, do you want like a really like gregarious outfit? You've got this like Pinocchio face thing going on.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Also,
kind of...
just got to say to Horatio, I think it's really sad, but I think this was the last we'll ever hear of Heidi in closet.
Why?
I think Heidi Ho. You could tell from what Rue was saying, Heidi Ho is going to be the name on the screen.
Really? You think?
Yeah, because it was like, what are we thinking? Did we land on Heidi Ho or whatever the other one was?
You think they're actually going to change it?
Yeah.
Oh,
they've said it's shit in both episodes now.
It is.
Like the first episode, they were like, why the fuck did you choose that name? And then this one, Rue gave him two names.
But she's been like promoted everywhere. She must be going to Geese's hiding in closet until this point.
I don't think she has.
Maybe
I
reckon
it's probably wasn't it Heidi Nina closet. For some reason, she changed it to
that's what I don't
I'm
get.
so
Because
confused.
the Heidi Nina makes sense.
Her name journey is very confusing.
It's very. She's going on a real journey here.
She really is.
Hot ACO is really annoyed about that.
Gigi?
Hot ACO, that's amazing.
Okay.
Sorry.
Gigi?
I really like Gigi's. It was awesome, and it must have been so uncomfortable and so hard to make.
Yeah. Again, like I said, really out of the box. Like not what you like, not a go-to you'd think of. You think of bows and buttons.
Oh, sorry. I was took a second to work out what Gigi had done. I was a bit of a slow burner on this one. The first time I saw it, I was like, it's like a silhouette we've seen from Gigi, and then I was like, oh, actually, no, this is like intricate and fun. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed it in the end.
Yeah, Ward, you got a point. I don't know. I don't know. So he's saying he wonders whether producers choose a runway theme in favour of the queen that they want to win based on the looks they brought with them. So
I don't know. That's a weird like for bows and buttons. I wouldn't think Pinocchio.
No, I don't think it means for this particular runway because Heidi was she in the top?
No, yes, she was.
Okay, I mean fair then. Yeah, I'm saying
She was top three.
Yeah, her
Which
look
would you
wasn't
think on
exceptional. Yeah,
but it was on the basis of the challenge as well.
Yeah,
because Gigi's outfit was better than Heidi's, but then Gigi was not as visible in the challenge.
Yeah, true.
No, Kurt, it's not. It's Heidi. Like she said in an interview, her full name was Heidi Nina Closet. I watched the interview where she said it.
But it's such a clever name because it actually sounds like a pun.
Yeah,
but it's not a good pun though.
Heidi in the closet.
But I know, I understand what it means, but why is it like? Why doesn't it make sense?
Hiding in the closet.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, but like we talked about this already. But why is a good drag name hiding in the closet? You're not hiding in the closet. It doesn't make sense.
She could call herself not hiding in the
Exactly, that'd be better. Yeah, exactly.
The artist formerly known as
not hiding in the closet.
Exactly.
No longer hiding in the closet.
Exactly. That would be good.
It's
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
long.
Yeah.
Hard to get on a flyer.
Okay, so Jackie, you kind of mentioned already, but what do you guys think of it?
It was cute. I really liked it. It wasn't so much about the clothing; it was more the way she presented it. Because she looked like a proper 1930s chorus girl.
Yeah,
and she was really pretty. She looked awesome. I just really liked it. It was kind of quirky and quite sweet.
Yeah, the movements were all right.
Yeah, the expressions, the little movements to the camera and stuff.
I do agree with Ross a little bit that it did feel a bit costumey, which is kind of
it felt like something you could. It felt like she'd gone to a fancy dress shop and just hired it,
Yeah.
which she probably did.
Said, yeah. I didn't like it that much, but I think it's just a taste thing. Like, it just wasn't for me. Like, I think it was
it's not
fine.
high drag.
Yeah, it was fine, but like it was just I wasn't that excited by it. I hated the colours.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll move on to
Slightly-
Aiden now.
Oh yeah.
Are you about to move on to Aiden? No, who was it?
No, Widow first. Yeah, we'll talk about Aiden. No, I haven't
Oh,
got it
yeah.
yet. Widow.
Yeah,
It was kind of a bit like a Babadook, kind of like a glammed up Babadook look.
It
No,
reminded me
you're
of-
giving away too much credit. It was terrible. This look was the worst. Apart from Aiden's, I think it was the worst look.
it reminded me of Papa Lazarou from The League of Gentlemen. Like
Oh.
Alan
I can't remember.
Oh,
It was because it was just a similar kind of look.
Widow's was like the brown
Just a
clown.
brown clown.
Brown
clown.
Rue was on good form. I think.
It was, yeah, it was
Did
good.
Bruce say that?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing! I didn't realise that.
I
It was like buttons at the front and a big bow at the back.
It's just like super basic and lame, and like
Yeah.
that looked more costumey to me. I'd say.
Yeah,
That
I
one.
do think at least she could have like followed part of the brief. At least there were like a lot of bows and ribbons.
Yeah. Wait, what? You saying they were? Or they should
There
have been?
were.
No, not really.
Yeah, there were like little bows on all the bits of the like shoes and the
Were there?
bottoms of the trousers.
Oh, I just hated it. I thought it was
I mean,
terrible.
yeah.
Yeah, Horatio's agreeing.
Yeah.
Crystal, I said my thoughts on this already, basically.
I was-
what
I was thinking
was
the
it
red
just
and pink.
a red thing. What,
Yeah,
where
like
were the
nothing.
buttons and
Yeah,
bows on?
there's like one big bow, I think.
Yeah, I think as well. It probably didn't help that like the red and the pink were very very close in terms of like. I kind of maybe if you're gonna have that scarlet or red, maybe you want like a really soft pink.
No, but like it was about like even if it's been
Oh, yeah,
colours,
it
it was
would've
just
been
bad
great.
anyway.
Just
so
do
I
the
mean-
devil again and stick a button on the front.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. Like it was just
the
it
Asian
wasn't good.
approach. To
Yeah.
Yeah.
costume making.
Oh,
Also, I've written down why is everyone doing a baby drag look these days? A scaredy cat. Like loads of queens have been doing it in the last few
Yeah.
seasons. It's like all the rage at moments. They whip out like a baby
Yeah.
look. I'm not into it.
Because
I'm
you
not
know the
into
world is a
babies.
scary place and everyone wants
yeah,
just to
not that
retreat.
way.
Dan, you can be if you want to be. It's a safe space.
What, live on the
It's
internet?
exactly safe space. Oh yeah, Smarty's saying Widow's pants with that outfit were odd as well.
They're a bit
Yeah,
of a weird fit.
yeah, it was all weird. Okay, so I feel like you want to talk about Nikki's look.
Nikki's?
Yeah,
Nikki Doll?
Yeah.
It was good.
that's something you guys said you liked it, right?
It was alright.
A lot.
It wasn't like amazing.
I mean, I don't think it was amazing either. So was it one of you guys who said you really liked the look in the runway?
No.
No.
I maybe someone's on the chat.
Take care.
I
Kurt. I
liked
think
it.
Kurt's at the head.
I think fair
Oh, he
dues.
doesn't want to leave until
Like
maybe
it was perfectly fine.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. Okay,
Oh god, sorry, that's you.
Yes, there we go.
Hey, how you watching?
Smarty, I agree. So if Widow did that same clown look but kind of black and white,
Still bad.
I think it would have been
Better,
better.
but still bad.
Because I think that's maybe what was throwing me. It's like this weird. There was like a bit of brown and then some really bright colours and then some really dark, but like not necessarily like contrasting dark colours, but quite murky colours.
Okay, it's like you're saying about Crystal's though, if she changes colours it'd be better. Yeah, I agree, but it's still
It's still-
past
it
the
still
point of
wouldn't be great.
saving.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I mean. Like it's not worth
I totally
going
agree.
into.
Crystal was a real letdown for me because she's had
Yeah.
so many like that.
She could be amazing.
Her clown entrance look I thought was
So
really
cool,
fun.
way better. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then it's really weird to see her like be like you've got buttons and bows.
I like to look.
I was expecting her to be like either a whole like giant button, or like like be like a bit like out there
Yeah.
with it. And instead, it was like, oh, it's just like a roughly dress.
Mm.
Like actually, I don't
I
even
thought you
read
just watched
bows or
this.
buttons off that.
That's fine. Yeah, I agree. Britta, you don't remember it, do you?
Oh,
Did we not? Oh shit! Did I completely miss it?
Aiden, sorry, Aiden X. Yeah,
Oh, no,
sorry.
and so Nikki, yeah, I did think he was also Rue. Nikki gave us meant that we had that one Rue line of like, guess who's back in the mouse, or with
Which
the
was
mouse,
amazing.
which is a great line.
And I was really demure and I quite liked it. And it was well thought through and I was kind of sad she was in the bottom.
Mm.
Heidi N button. that works!
That does
Actually,
work.
it
Heidi
does.
N button.
Yeah.
I mean, it sort of doesn't.
I like it. Okay. So
no
yeah,
longer Heidi. I know we've done that.
Aiden.
Oh my god, there is not one of Aiden's looks that I couldn't have achieved in half an hour
I know.
walking around the town centre.
I know.
It's-
Like,
yeah.
go to shop, buy long pink jumper,
It's black. Was
Get
it?
some
Was
fuzzy
it black?
felt
Was
and
it
like
pink?
cut it into bow shapes.
Right, because
Get PVA glue and stick on bow shapes.
Yeah,
right, because if you think back to
Awful.
week 1,
terrible.
where she wore a yellow dress, well, like basically the same fit as
Which
this
no one said
sweater.
anything about. And
No.
no
Yeah.
critique.
And then she like stuck like 2 water drops on it, but that looked really crafty, which sometimes works, but sometimes doesn't.
I bet she had flour on her head as well.
Oh, she did.
Fucking
Yeah, sorry.
flower, and then she wore like a
It's really shit, like a paper mache.
Yeah.
with some like knitted socks.
Kurt, you like Aiden's? What is wrong with you? It's objectively horrific.
No, it was
See,
like
I don't think it's not necessarily bad, but it's just like this is a runway.
for Drag Race season 12, it's
like
bad.
that would have been like a season 2 look, and I'd have been like,
Yeah,
ooh,
exactly. That's
Yeah.
It's like, again, if it's a crafting challenge on season 2, I'd been like, they're in the
you
bottom.
look at like Jan's look, which was so thought
Exactly.
through, and then that must have taken Aiden 10 minutes to put together.
Right, and like you were saying, I genuinely, I could buy a sweater jumper that's that kind of size and like would fit me that way, and just like carefully arrange the like ribbons, which again they weren't even exciting ribbons. They were literally like I'd gone to a store and been like, "What do you have? Like, what badges do you have that look like ribbons?" And I like stuck them.
Fair.
Like they weren't because obviously we're about to get to Sherry's look, but what was really interesting about Sherry's is you had this real like. The bows were really like extravagant and like for everyone else most of the people their bows were like giant and like Nikki's was like a whole bow that was all over her shoulder and then like a button in her hair, like she at least you could trace the theme but it was a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
There was just no imagination.
Yeah, no,
It's
Kurt,
just like
that's the issue, Kurt. It's
so
just lack of
literal.
imagination, exactly.
like, oh, this outfit's got to have bows on it, so I'll stick some bows on it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But that goes into my
Right.
critique about Brita as well, what I said about Runway generally. Like, half the queens just went with a super obvious approach and the outfit was boring to me. Brita's was one of them for me. Do you guys remember?
What was Brita's?
Pink with a bow, basically. Like, pretty cute pink with a bow. Like, it was fine.
And then just stuck loads of buttons to it to make it fit the challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Fine.
It was fine. Sherry?
I did really like
I
it.
thought
I loved it.
We're not having another debate about not liking it.
No, we talked about it last stream, what we were
did.
going to do.
And
Yeah.
Go and watch that if you want to have a moral argument about us enjoying anything to do with show.
Yeah.
Watch the last.
Oh, actually, I don't think it was. I think it's just after we recorded that, I watched it actually. But I saw a thing on YouTube where the designer came forward and he said, I poured like 6 months of my life into these looks, like all my money. It's a shame that it's all going to be for nothing now, and all this time, effort, sweat, blood, and tears I put into it's for nothing. Please, if you could just attach my looks from the Queen, it'd be appreciated.
Yeah.
So it's exactly backing up what we said last episode. This is why it's fair and right to talk about the stuff independently of the actions. Obviously, they're taken into consideration. Our opinions of her as a person haven't changed.
Yeah.
But like the look was cool and
It was really good.
Really
the
cool.
eyes and the kind of the glasses and the movement of it, the boots.
There's a concept like she stabbed the little doll at the end. It was quite unnerving. Like, and it plays quite. Bows and buttons lends itself to like a really like light, childish, like sort of thing, and that's why I think so many of the looks were pink, Barbie-ish, doll-like, right? And then she like flips it on its head. It's like, yeah, it's a doll, but it's fucking possessed, and I'm stabbing it.
yeah,
Like,
that was really cool. The performance was very good, which I
Yeah.
was not surprised by, but yeah, cool looking. The performance was really well executed. It
Yeah.
reminded me a look of that Queen from Drag Race Thailand season 2, whose name I've been trying to remember, but can't. Jeannie. You guys saw the first episode. The bigger girl, English speaker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She has loads of looks like that.
Yeah.
Reminded me a lot of her. But yeah, I thought it was a really cool look.
So, yeah, it was really good. Sorry, everyone. Me too, and all that. But it was really good.
Yeah, I agree.
And Horatio makes a really good point that Aiden's also going to get like Monet exchange
Yes,
levels of
yeah,
red
yeah.
for like not wearing a different wig.
And the same
I'm
look,
just-
that's even the face is the same.
What really
Every
bugs me is how has
Yeah.
Aiden been allowed to get away with it?
This is my next point, like confusing safes. Like, for example, Aiden being safe. What
How
made
the
Aiden safe?
fuck?
And
Yeah.
even if you're like, okay, she was, even if you're like, oh, the look was basic, but she was in a winning team and did well, fine. Still, like we were saying, like give some criticisms, like kind of be like, Aiden, well done. It was good to see you coming a bit out of your shell, but I want to see.
But these looks.
I want to see you jazz this look up a bit.
Like, you are lucky that you're still
But
in.
to be fair, like she's not going to change her look now because she's not got any critiques. So why would she change her look? She's like, oh, my shit looks must be
that's what
working. I
bugs
love
me.
my
supposed to
shit
be really
looks.
quirky and spooky.
Yeah.
Like, but none of your looks have been spooky. They've all just been pretty
Shit,
basic.
they've been like retro, basic.
I could literally go to my mum's wardrobe and
Yeah.
just pick out a couple of things. Like, right, oversized baggy jumper that covers my thighs, and I'll stick a couple of bits on it. Nick a few
Right.
buttons from her sewing box.
That does explain your everything
Like,
look.
I mean, that's
quite well.
what I'm doing now.
Be
Right?
like, yeah, great, Aiden. I've also been to Camden. Like, it's just a
Don't
bit.
put like Camden's better than that.
Oh no, Camden is. That's what I mean. Like,
No,
Yeah.
and that was like Tammy Girl, like
yeah,
Colour
that's
thing,
exactly
right,
it.
like- oversized maxi dress.
Hmm.
Love Girls Guys. Don't think about.
Okay, that's good. That's another stream. That's another stream. Who said the one thing I have is me? Oh yeah, because when Crystal broke down and someone said in response,
Oh, that was the actress.
Olivia
"Oh, Olivia
yeah.
Munn." She's like, "Yeah." At the end, what I realised is the one thing that makes me unique is me.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Very wow. Yeah.
Very well.
Such wow.
Such wow.
Very
well.
Oh, okay. So this is something I heard someone else talking about. I don't know who or why it happened, but yeah, like Sherry was obviously had been edited out of this episode a lot. There's no talking heads with her.
No,
She had no time in the workroom. Like she won a challenge. So
she did have one talking head about Aiden at the beginning, where she talks about him being a sloth.
oh, okay. Well, like she still
But
was
yeah, she's
barely
not
featured in the
anymore.
episode.
Given that she's
Right?
the person who wins the episode,
Exactly.
yeah.
Do you not think? Do you notice that?
What's that? Sorry.
Oh, God.
Sorry. I was-
Because of what's happened, Sherry's been she's been edited out of the show quite a lot. Like she was barely featured in the episode
Mm.
despite winning.
I don't know. I
Like
felt
hardly any talking heads. Like what does she really contribute?
There was quite a few. There was some talking heads. There was quite a lot.
No, I don't think
felt.
so.
I think also because
One maybe.
all of her like acting bits in the show, in the episode you couldn't cut out because it was with the other two.
That's what I mean. But the rest of there's no like because normally if someone who's going to be in the top or whatever like or rank highly,
Yeah.
like they would get low like some of the most screen time.
And I reckon they'll do a better job of the week one of editing her out because they'll have more time.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
That
That's what I'm
episode they
thinking.
don't have like a week, whereas as it goes on,
Yeah.
they'll just zone her out. But
What if?
as you said, like she won, so you can't. You just no point editing her out because it'd be like, well, we didn't say it. Oh, and then she was actually.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't do that. But I'm not saying completely edit her out, but like they're not giving it any bonus footage.
No.
time, you know.
But do you reckon because of them editing bits of her out, we got more fruity patootie?
Oh God!
Exactly.
Yes, everyone's a winner.
More squirrel.
Thank
bullshit.
you, Alison.
Oh,
Terrible.
we probably did actually because we got way too much of that.
So, would you say that Alison's the hero that none of us deserved, but the hero we got?
I don't think anyone deserves Alison.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, lip sync.
It was a bit. It was just meh, wasn't it?
That's at
That was
best.
so meh.
But do you guys not remember the part where they took off their buttons? That was epic.
Yes.
I thought it was so funny. That was.
My two favorite things about this
Yeah.
lip sync, all like just like the worst things. Just so like Nikki like just taking off like that button hat, which is clearly a hat.
Yeah,
or a wig.
exactly.
Even if it's a wig, it's clearly not attached to the rest of it. It's
Yeah,
like, you
of
know.
course, yeah.
And I love that like Olivia or whatever her name was which was like it was like proper like
Yeah.
Carson Kressley during the like shut the
Yeah,
door
it
lip
was.
sync.
Yeah.
And then like that one, I think it was Sherry, where you just hear someone just go, yes,
Like weekly.
really quickly,
Oh.
That's how
really
I
not
felt
meaning it.
about
And
that
the music
lip
like
sync.
really dips for that, just to allow that one moment of just like,
Yeah.
As you said,
yes,
Bob, like where was the imagination? Like that song is it's old. That song now.
it is.
Like you said, they should. I know Buttons is not an old. It's an old song. I mean, Buttons is 2000.
Dan, you had a better idea, didn't you?
I said Rewind by the Artful Dodger, and the first person to comment on why wins a kiss after the virus is cleared.
Ooh.
I'm going to comment. Someone get me my phone.
No.
um,
Yeah, Buttons by the Pussycat Dolls. Or
Thank-
Rewind.
Thank you,
by
Kat,
the
for
Artful
noticing that I'm at the end of my laundry cycle.
I thought that as well. I noticed that earlier. I didn't want to point it out. I thought I'm not
Like,
going to shame you like
I went
that.
to go put on some other socks this morning, and then they had like a hole in them. And I was like, "Oh shit, I've really got to leave now." Like, shove these on. And then didn't think that I'd be on stream. You know.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd get here.
Okay, so like,
On stream.
Horatio, we're going to talk about it in a second. One other thing to say, like, you know, Nikki's like been like lauded as like the like fishy queen, like the best looking girl, like all that kind of stuff. Like, I think Dahlia is objectively prettier than Nikki. Like, seeing both next to each other throughout the whole lip sync, like, Dahlia is way prettier than Nikki.
I'm kind of gutted that Dahlia's gone anyway. I really liked, but then again, I've said this before. I feel like I really liked Dahlia out of drag. I found her like what do you call it? Her Vox Poppy bits.
Yeah.
really endearing,
Yeah,
funny.
I like that.
But I mean,
but-
Nikki is really pretty as a woman. Like,
But I think Dahlia's prettier, definitely. Maybe so. I think it's probably standard makeup, but I think Dahlia's just face is far prettier.
I think just Nikki had that like demure French thing, especially with that like avant-garde. It was very like Paris Fashion Week.
Yeah,
Was
but
Dahlia
I've
was a
seen
bit,
that
bit
now.
basic.
She definitely, yeah.
Look wise, but I mean
You
just face.
love-
I'm saying like just the faces
You
next to
love
each other.
basic, don't you?
I do like basics in my life.
Nikki did sell the lip sync a bit more. I mean, or didn't undersell it less.
Oh, Nikki was a
Was
bit
it-
better lip sync.
This is easily. This is my point. Like Dahlia was like pissed off. She said like, "What? I'm so fucking upset when she left the stage." Like she was like, and she said she was shocked that she got sent home. But it's like you obviously didn't remember the words. Like you didn't remember the third word.
She was
You didn't
doing
remember most
that,
of the word.
that thing with her mouth where like,
Some of it, she some,
Watermelon,
yeah, you're not doing anything.
sometimes she's literally nothing. Sometimes she's had her mouth closed. And like,
Yeah.
how are you so surprised you were sent home? If you did, do you think she did like to play up for like one last moment kind of thing? Like I'm going to pretend I'm really pissed off, despite the fact I knew I was going home.
I feel like
Yeah.
she just like didn't think at all that she'd be in the bottom. Was like underprepared. I mean, I've not seen Untucked. I don't know if she's like.
Oh, you've not touch it.
I don't know
Yeah.
if she's like sat in the corner listening to music or just like having a drink or something. But like, you can see it like really rattled her because I think she thought she had the chops to get further.
Also, like Nikki was lucky. If Nikki had been against anyone else, someone who'd remembered their words, she would have got sent home. Because she was shit as well.
And that would have been really sad if Nikki Doll had gone home first because I think she's kind of
Really?
yeah, I quite like
Yeah.
her.
I wouldn't be mad at all.
Where did we put her in our ranking? When we
I don't stand by that ranking.
have we still got it? I think we should.
Yeah,
do
I've got a picture.
we should do a
It's in
little
the group.
recap on that at the end.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh, some of the girls that she had a tantrum for a while after.
Who like?
Well, after
what
being
was
kicked
the
off the
Untucked
show.
after this? Right?
Maybe afterwards, Kurt saying after the episode.
And also, isn't it kind of weird? Like, Aiden beat Dahlia.
Aiden's
That's
own
crazy. That's what I'm
Dahlia.
saying. That's crazy.
Unless Dahlia's going to have like a Vanjie.
All because of that fucking broccoli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's right. Like literally, like everyone's like 50-year-old mum could sing all the lyrics to that song. It died. Doesn't like the lyrics.
In fairness,
Yeah.
it was only when I was at Dan's and he had like subtitles on that I actually knew what some of the words were, and I felt really old because in fairness, a lot of Ariana Grande singing is like some words, but like I thought Nikki at least kind of gave a little bit of like Dahlia was kind of like just stomping around and then like doing a bit of a pose and like a little bit of a squat.
Nikki did nothing either. Like, she
did a lot of like I'm doing a mystical thing around my shoulder, which I just it's like such a funny dance. You're like, ooh, I am so sophisticated. Look at my shoulder.
I mean, it was
Really? I didn't even notice
No,
that.
which I just think is funny because I
she
think
did
it's
this,
a
she
basic
did this
move.
at the end. Like,
Yeah.
Thing.
It's a lot of like, oh, I touch myself because I am
Like,
so fabulous.
It was. I think it was fair enough that she won. Like it was better than Dahlia. Dahlia did nothing and didn't know the words.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. I'm just liked Dahlia as a person.
I think they should have had
I
to
like
lip
her this
sync
style.
like as she should have had to lip sync as a broccoli.
We really liked Dahlia when we did the little like ranking. And
Yeah.
she had a bit of an adore
She does. I think that's why I like her. Yeah. I love her makeup.
And Smarty saying that she
Yes.
mentioned on social media that she'd be
You
back.
said that yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, of course she will. They
Dahlia
always
will
come
probably
back.
come back on like a future series and be like, I'm there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'd be good All Stars
I don't know,
for.
but I was thinking like she come back later on in the series, right? They like the returning queens have to
maybe.
come back, don't they, to say hi?
Yeah.
So that's probably just that. Cool. Anything else about this episode you guys want to?
It's just a bit of a mess, wasn't it?
That
Yeah.
tantrum at the end was a bit awkward, but then they ramped up the shadiness by turning the sound off.
Yeah, true.
Like she just played that with the music without having to see her go off saying.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of the walk off afterwards being like, "Fuck that, fuck this shit,"
Yeah.
and it was just like, yeah, it was a bit shady.
Should we go on?
I know. I was going to say, sorry, with the sound effect thing, like I remember Lee Dawson with one of his ones before, like really picked up on the fact that I think it was Thorgy put like something down on the hanger and they like really amped up the sound effect. And like Lee was just like, no, I didn't change the sound on this. This is genuinely how it was in the episode.
Yeah.
And like I can't wait to see what he does with that like foot stomping.
Wasn't it on
Yes.
Drag Race UK?
With the hammer, so we know you're right. It was
Drag
on
Race UK.
Swagger
Yeah, putting
Yeah.
something down.
Oh.
Bam.
How expert.
Or,
or
Freezer.
the movie.
Yeah.
Should we with
Thought
that-
she's never done anything that interesting.
Yes, Stevie. You better work.
Yes, Stevie, you better fucking work.
Yeah. Okay. Should we whip out our CUNTs
Oh yeah.
for the ladies?
What about the ranking? Are we going to talk about the ranking that we did?
We need to find it. No, it's not first time someone's gone home.
I'm
Let's
just
talk about it.
interested, like, because we
If you-
put
if you
Dahlia
find-
in the middle of the
If you
pack.
find it on your phone, we
I
can.
don't have it on my phone.
That's what we do. It's the group chat. That's what I'm saying. We can't be bothered. It's too early. We'll
Oh,
do it
yeah,
a few
alright,
episodes
fine.
in. But yeah, CUNTs.
Charisma.
So, guy,
charisma would have been probably Heidi.
guys, do it in the chat as well.
Aiden,
Yeah.
clearly.
Aiden for charisma.
Charisma's absolutely Heidi. Like, she proved herself tonight that because she got
Yeah.
put at the bottom, and then she did the challenge. It was like, actually, she's quite quirky. She's funny, and she's quite sweet.
Yeah.
She's quite endearing.
Actually, yeah, okay, I agree with that. I was going to change him. I'm going to give her my nerve instead. Okay.
Uniqueness.
I'd go Jan for the outfit.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah,
Outfit.
okay, I agree.
Yeah.
Nerve, I'm going to give to Rockham for speaking up in the workroom, trying
That's
to get
a good
that
one.
bad apple and block.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna
maybe
go-
genuinely Aiden for like actually putting up with two people being kind of dicks,
Yeah.
and also the nerve to come out and wear that.
Fucking the nerve of it.
There.
And I go maybe Widow for just going out there and being a messy drunk. Just going for it.
Barbecue
Yeah.
sauce.
Yeah. Talent. That's tricky.
I don't want to say Sherry.
You can. I don't think she was outstanding personally.
No, like it was.
I would say, oh shit, we're giving Heidi one, haven't we? I would say Heidi was my favourite performer in the challenges.
Yeah.
But we can't give her two. Rue was pretty on form this episode.
This is
Had a
talent,
great
right?
look. Yeah.
I mean, Sherry for that, like
Fair.
for the comedy chops to like get away with some of this. Like, she looked like a cracked up divine. I actually I love how ridiculous she looked in that.
Yeah.
It's really annoying, isn't it? Because you just like, if she wasn't a dick, you could kind of see yourself maybe rooting for her after this episode. But like, no sis, no.
I don't think I said it in the Meet the Queens. I really don't think she's for me. Like I didn't like a look or a comedy style particularly, but I understand why she was good. But I think Heidi was more unique with it. Like Heidi brought something better to the table, in my opinion.
Yeah,
she was great.
Yeah, she was. So yeah, that's it, right?
I'm gonna say maybe my tea might go to
If we get to Sherry.
Horatio for his end puns.
I'm gonna miss them because now like it's
I
gonna
don't think her
Heidi
name's
Ho.
going to be changed. I don't think her name's going to be changed.
Yeah,
We'll
I
see.
reckon it will. It
We'll
seems
see.
like a lot of focus on it now, and it ended with how do you feel about Heidi Ho? Take it for a drive around the block, and we'll revisit it. Which means Rue's already chosen it. It's going to be Heidi
that's
Ho.
true.
But it could be a nickname though. Like Heidi, like Rue does give nicknames to all the queens.
Heidi
doesn't
and
she?
Ho, Heidi Ho closet.
Heidi and Ho is good.
Heidi and Ho.
I like that best. Okay, so you nothing else.
Recommendations.
Anything else that we did? Wait, we did. First of all, anything else to add about the
The
episode?
show I was
first?
going to see next week, which has been cancelled.
Yeah, no, very nice.
This other thing I was gonna
Actually,
do
a
next
recommendation is probably more important now then, because if people are going to be stuck at home, when you're
Yeah, like
recommending
what-
some shit to
things
get
for us to
involved in.
binge watch on Netflix that aren't just Rag Race reruns. which
I
I
know,
really-
but we need to give them recommendations, though, Dan. Not the other way around.
I haven't really watched anything recently. It's kind of relying on being busy.
I know. I recommend it. You've got Xbox. Fantasy Star Online 2 beta goes live tomorrow. You need to change your region to US, but I'm so excited for that. I'm so excited for it. Yeah, I'm so excited for it. So we'll talk about it after the
Nice.
stream. But if you've got an Xbox, change it's free to play. Change your region to US. Get it on the store. Download it. Get involved. I'll play with you online.
Hey, nice.
Anything else you guys want to recommend?
I've been playing on Total
No.
Goose Game. That's fun.
It is a good
Oh,
game. Let's play
yeah,
some more
it's
here.
Yeah. It's been fun, and the goose is such a little cretin.
I know.
It's great.
It's a
You
good game.
just
for
cause
you.
chaos.
I
Mm.
don't know what I've got to recommend. Just what have I been doing? Some books.
You've been doing books.
Doing the book.
Okay.
It's
Bob's recommending books.
Just books. Do you know what?
Just
It's
as a
not-
concept.
It's not bad recommendation.
There's generally
Actually,
mentioned.
in the
What you
context
should
of having
do-
to self-isolate, like, don't get caught up looking at Facebook and Twitter like I did at the weekend.
Guys,
Not Facebook, but books.
exactly.
Ah.
Guys, do you have any paper lying around with some words on them? Stick those pages together.
Whoa.
Book.
Oh.
Horatio recommends social distancing, which is a very wise move. As can you demonstrate it?
Cuddled up on a sofa.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, maybe you could do arts
but no,
and
he's
crafts. Do you want to take a
I already do.
take a pink oversized jumper and stick some bows on it?
Arts
You've got
and
yourself
crafts.
a fucking art.
Oh my god, this stream is fully over. You guys have ruined the stream again. Oh my god. Okay, right. Thanks everyone for joining. I'm so sorry about everything.
Oh,
And
stay safe, stay distant,
Yeah.
stay
Yeah.
uninfected, and
Stay beautiful.
we might be alive for one of these next week.
fingers crossed, eh?
Oh, we never know.
Tune in to find out. Like and
Guys.
subscribe. Love you. Bye.